Deontay Wilder still ducking to this day. With Deontay Wilder coming out, announcing these two fights back to back, like it is, and then announcing a second fight before you even cleared the goalpost on your first one is suspect in itself. But I was talking with some people, and of course, with the Wilder fan base, you're always going to have people who's always going to try to paint Anthony Joshua as the one not wanting to fight. And how you can do that at this point, I know what it is. You're embarrassed and you got to keep up the front. But I was having a conversation and they asked me, well, how do you know Anthony Joshua didn't want to fight, or if he didn't want to fight, you putting everything on Wilder, everything can't be Wilder's fault, I'm like, look, man, your man is ducking. Everybody know your man's ducking. The world said he was ducking. I said he was ducking. Majority of people on fucking social media says he's ducking. The boxing world said he's ducking, and Jim Gray said he's ducking. Shut the fuck up. Well, that's what I should have said to him, but I didn't. But I told him this. I said, look, man, do you remember a time when Anthony Joshua said that he will fight Deontay Wilder when he feels confident and when he feels ready? And do you remember how the Wilder fan base, the LDBC, 78 Sports, Fanon International, and all of them, do you remember how they hit the ceiling and say, this guy is straight pussy? You remember that? He said, yeah, I'll fight Deontay Wilder when I feel confident, when I feel ready. They ridiculed this guy for saying that. And the reason why I bring that up is because Anthony Joshua has always came across to me as an honest person. Do you remember the time where Anthony Joshua said he expects to lose? And once again, the Wilder fan base, the LDBC, all them punks, what did they do? They hit the ceiling. Like, man, this guy's talking about losing. What the hell's wrong with him? Anthony Joshua has been brutally honest about his path he's been taking towards undisputed and what he feels about himself. Now, the reason why I say that is because if he's honest enough to tell you that, look, I'll fight Deontay Wilder when I'm ready, and you guys crucified him for that, then what sense does it make for him to be lying, pretending like he wants to fight when he really doesn't want to fight? When he said in the past, I'll fight Deontay Wilder when I'm ready. He had no problem saying that. He had no problem saying he'll freeze Deontay Wilder out. Anthony Joshua has always displayed confidence, but at the same time, he never overlooks the fact that he can lose. So he's always spoken from a humble place. So the point is, when a guy being that honest, especially since you hung him up on that in the past, why can't you hang up on what he's saying right now when he's saying that he wants to fight? Everybody knows he wants to fight. He's been wanting to fight for the longest. And he's just not getting it. So how you guys can say that is just baffling to me. So you crucify him when he says, I'll fight Deontay when I'm ready. And then when he says, I want to fight Deontay Wilder, you don't believe him also. All right? But you can believe when he says anything negative about himself, but you don't believe when he has something progressive and positive to say about making the Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder fight. It makes no sense. But I realize we're at the point now where it's not about if this shit makes sense or not. Everybody is about saving face. And with that being said, I'm going to end all this with this. And this is kind of the premise of my video. I noticed when Anthony Joshua fights whoever, none of the Wilder's fan base, nobody from the LDBC, nobody has ever gave him credit for nobody. Everybody he's ever fought has always been an excuse. When he fought to Cam, it was an excuse. He didn't do this, he didn't do that, he didn't do it fast enough. When he fought Joseph Parker, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, he didn't do it fast enough. When he fought Vladimir Klitschko, yeah, but he fought an old Klitschko, blah, blah. Anybody he's ever fought, there's always been some Debbie Downer comment about what he has done. When Deontay Wilder knocked out Dominic Breazeale, okay, Anthony Joshua's fan base and even the content creators who support Anthony Joshua, I pretty much seen everybody get off their stool and give Deontay Wilder their props. That is the difference between Deontay Wilder fans and Anthony Joshua fans. Anthony Joshua fans have more class and has more coof. Okay? Because even me, myself, I was one of the first ones that straight up gave it up to Deontay Wilder. When you do something I like, you're going to know it. When you do something I dislike, you're going to know it. But at least the people that I listen to, and I'm not listening to anybody who's not straight down the middle, everybody gave Deontay Wilder his credit, regardless of if it's somebody that he should have fought years ago or not. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if he was a stick in the mud, slow ass opponent, just a walking target. Regardless, everybody gave him his credit and said, good knockout. But when it comes to Anthony Joshua and what he does, destroy, tear down, criticize, and be negative. None of you guys have ever gave this man his just dues. But yet, Anthony Joshua fans have enough decency to commend a man when he's done a job or done something good. They have no problem giving him praises. That's what lets you know who's real boxing fans and who's not real boxing fans. I'm sorry, if you support Deontay Wilder, there's no way in hell that you're a real boxing fan. I said this already. I made a video on it already. Once you are a Deontay Wilder fan and supporter, do you not realize that you render yourself useless when it comes to judging fights, when it comes to judging somebody's resume, and when it comes to judging somebody's skill set? Do you recognize that? Because you openly support a boxer who holds no damn skill sets, who has one of the worst resumes in boxing, period, if not the worst resume, period. Okay? So if you're going to ignore the fact that he has no skill, and if you're going to ignore the fact that he has no good body of work, then what good are you in boxing? We can't trust on you to differentiate a good egg from a bad egg, a left hook from a right hook. We can't depend on you for that because you're obviously clouded. Because when you can't come to the realization and be truthful to the fact that this guy has fought bums, he has done nothing in his career, and he has not tried to challenge himself. When you can't come to the forefront of that, when you can't stand in front of that bullet, when you can't admit that, then you're no longer good to boxing. You know what I'm saying? You're more than biased. You downright just have a flat out agenda. You're a fake boxing fan. Somebody who's only a fan because it fits along the narrative of negative bullshit that you're trying to push. You can't do that. It makes no sense. I'm sorry Deontay Wilder is ducking. How do you think I feel? You know what I'm saying? He's American just like I'm American. But at the same time, this is why I always told you, I reserve the right to like who I want. Because if you guys try to subjugate me to like Deontay Wilder just because he is American, I am compromising my morals, my integrity, my intelligence, and my goddamn channel. Who's going to trust me? Seriously. And that's more important than anything else. And that's what I try to say to these Deontay Wilder fans, these LDBC cats. Is he worth you jeopardizing your credibility from here on out? When Deontay Wilder retires and all this, the aftermath of you licking his balls is going to render your platform useless. Nobody can trust it. Nobody can trust you, because when your ass is under heat and it's under fire, we know that you will fold, you will break, and you will bend to whatever narrative is being pushed that fits your agenda. And that's just where we at with it. Anyways, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Van, I'm out.